This is Hillbillies in the Bush, and I've been tagged by Andersborg to do a 5-minute fire, 5-minute shelter. And we're sitting here on some public lands that power plant owns down here. And I've checked out my, it's upside down right now, but that's a Vietnam style jungle hammock. And I realized it's only about 26 inches wide, and it's a little bit narrow for me. But my buddy's got an Eno set up over there with a fly tarp and a bug screen. So I'm gonna get do a little walk here. I'm gonna have to set the camera down, but I gotta pick up some stuff. Go get me some tinder. I don't know if it's gonna be 5 minutes. I don't have a fancy phone or anything like that to show you guys the time. My buddy does, but I don't have anything. We'll go out here and get us a little dab of tinder. This is good stuff. And in fact, oh, that's some, you got me timed. Yeah, kind of hard to do this with one hand, I guess. We'll get some stuff here. I was thinking about taking some gasoline and a road flare, and I thought, well, that's kind of not right. But normally, when I go to build my fire, guys, I never have to do this collection. The reason why is I'm on my way in. As I'm on my way in the woods, I'm always already collecting a tinder bundle. It's just something I do. By the time I get to where I'm at, I'll usually have a really nice tinder bundle already made. So this is kind of unusual. I'm not going to scramble around, because if I go over 5 minutes, it ain't no big deal. I guess I failed, I guess, but I probably got enough right there to make a nice tinder. Make sure I don't catch any, grab any sticker bushes. But that right there ought to give me a pretty good little tinder bundle. These little flowering tops on some of this stuff works pretty good. Looky down here what I find. A little bit of sphagnum moss. But, that's unusual. I don't find much of this stuff right here. Now this stuff's wet, so I really doubt that it would take a spark. It feels awful damp. We've had a lot of rain here the last few days, and here just recently the rain's let up, and the last 2 days we've had some pretty good weather. So let me take that back here. Oh, there's something I see. That'll work. I know that's good and dry. Now my buddy's already picked up a bunch of stuff here, but I ain't going to use that. He's got him a flint and steel kit put together, and he's going to check that out. Flag them all. That's pretty cool. But let me get this set up. I don't have my big tripod. I just got my little one.
You find that up there in that right away?
Yeah. And we'll get this set up.
Yeah, it's kind of damp, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it would. Put that on there like that. Zoomed out. And I guess we're still recording, so I better get at it. We don't want none of that greenery in there. Yeah, get me a Zippo or something. That ought to work right like that. And let's get us a little bit of tinder. 3 minutes already? For crying out loud. I guess maybe I better get moving on. Jeez. Guess I really didn't realize how long it takes to make a fire. You just make a fire, you don't worry about timing yourself.
I think you're going to do it.
I don't know, we'll see. As long as this here works pretty good, we'll be alright. Get me a sharp edge there. That might help. no need wasting all this charcoal. It tore apart and hit the ground, we'll use it. Let's see, right there. Ouch. I don't know if I'm on camera or not. I didn't flip that around.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, there's fire, but you want to grab your phone, brother? I don't want to burn your phone up. Actually, that phone said 4 minutes and 49 seconds. That's crazy.
3 minutes though was gathering the tinder though, right?
Yeah, it was. Sitting there BSing and didn't even, instead of BSing, I should have just been grabbing and running. Well, I could have set a fire out there right where I got that all this tinder. And ow! And I wouldn't have had to walk so far. But where's that phone? You still got the time on it?
About 5:50 right now.
Well, we didn't show them start anyway. You guys just have to watch the time on the video. I'm sure there's a time on the video. Yeah, brother, as you can see, there's a fire. And I guarantee you that fire is going to keep right on going. So I guess that's part one of this tag. This is Hillbillies in the Bush, and I've been tagged. The other part of the 5-minute fire was a 5-minute shelter. You got your little, well, they can figure it out on the thing. And this is my tarp. I believe it's a 8x10, and I keep this packed in my rucksack there, backpack, whatever you want to call it, and it works pretty good. Now, generally I won't get real fancy because, let's face it, how many of us are actually out in the woods in the rain? Chances are we're going to look at the weather report and all that, and if we know it's going to be pouring down the rain, we're probably not going to be out in the woods. But lots of times on these, what I'll do is I'll just find a limb or something to drape it up over, and let me get these sleeves down. Find some kind of a limb type dead tree or something to drape this up over, and I'll just drape it up over me and huddle up underneath of it with my backpack. But for this sake of demonstration, we're going to set us up a real quick tarp system here, and all we do is get it on the corner. This is a corner, and bring it through here. Now this will work actually as an overnight shelter. The thing about an overnight shelter is, guys, you do not want it very high off the ground. Having to crawl in it's your best bet, because you want to conserve your body heat, and the lower you keep this to the ground, the more body heat it's going to keep in on you, and just the better it's going to be. But I usually just make a couple wraps here. It don't have to be nothing fancy. In fact, you don't even need a real knot. It's just something to secure it down with. And then I'd come back here. Uh-oh, hope I got enough room. Yes, I should have set this up to make sure it was going to work right. But you'll have that. And basically just find your stick. Put back here in the back. Keeping that somewhat taut. And let me find another stick. That'll work. so my stick don't break. There's that one. And find another stick here. That feels pretty good. There you go. Like I say, you want to keep it low to the ground. And as you can tell, let me grab the camera. There is enough room. Let me grab this camera here. Come over here. There's enough room for probably 2 or 3 people to get in here. And, well, if I'd have grabbed the tripod, I guess, let me go back over here. As you guys can see, of course, if you want to clear out all your debris and stuff, but as you can see, guys, this right here, I mean, I still got, well, as you can see, I can stretch my arms out and not touch anything. There's no way, I don't care how hard it's going to be raining, you're going to stay dry. Now, this is just a quickie to show you. Like I say, normally, if it's not going to be windy or anything, I'll probably just drape this down over top of some kind of a down tree or down stick or something that you see all the time in the woods. But if I feel it's going to be windy and may rain for a while, this is what I would make. And of course, you got plenty of room for your pack in here. But keep it low to the ground, guys, because that conserves your... Now, as you can tell, this is actually on top of me. But, I mean, I can crawl forward and of course, if you have time, clean your ground cover out. But you can do all kinds of ways. You can actually take this in, tuck it over here, bring that in, bring it back over here, and you'll have a mat to lay on. It won't be, I mean, you're laying on it, so it's going to be windproof. But this right here, usually the boys are with me if we're in the woods. So this is probably a nice big setup for us to get in. It ain't something that you're going to be comfortable as far as sitting up. Now I can raise that up, probably another 3 or 4 feet, and I could sit in here cross-legged. But if this was going to be something that I know rain is set in overnight and I'm in the woods spending the night or whatever, I'm going to keep, I mean, because when it's raining, generally even in the summertime, it's going to be fairly chilly. Because the wind will be real cool, and you want to kind of keep everything down on top of you, conserve your body heat. That way you don't need, you can have a fire out there, but I'm actually starting to sweat right now because of this. But we're in the shade in the woods here, but it's not real cold out today either. It's probably going to hit 70, high 70s, maybe in the 80s today. But there you go. I don't know how long that took. It probably didn't take but a couple minutes maybe to set that up. But like I say, you could actually go ahead and raise that on up. And this is just one of the shelters. Again, I'm probably making you guys sick. My buddy's over here. He's sitting in his hammock just watching. Now I don't have, let me see here. Let me pull this up a little bit. Let's go ahead and raise this up. Problem, if you raise it up, you're going to have to move all your sticks. So we'll just leave that one in there. Leave that one in there. Now, one thing I don't have on this tarp that will be when I get done doing this video, and I've been meaning to put them on it for a long time, is I actually brought these in the woods with me. I got some little hanks. They're 6 feet long, roughly, of some bank line. And I'm going to put these on some of the corners just to have. And just for some tie downs, but I've always got some kind of cordage with me in the woods anyway. But just to give you an idea, you can raise this up like so. Do the same thing, just bring it around. And as you can tell, the higher you get with it, the more room you're going to get underneath there. Now this tarp's big enough that I probably don't have to worry about getting it too high, because on the diagonal this tarp has quite a bit to go. But like I say, you don't even need nothing real fancy here on this. Just for demonstration, we're not in any real situation. So, but them knots are plenty good enough. As you can see how much higher it's going to get. Let me just put this on the ground to show you. Thankfully, my sticks held out. Them are old rotted sticks I found on the ground. But just to give you an idea, you know, you actually can now, hope I can see it in the camera. Let me look. Yep.
Now you can even put your fire out in front of that.
Yeah, you could have your fire out here anywhere. You could actually build your fire right underneath here as long as it's a real low fire. Just enough to, just a little tiny fire, but you can see you got plenty of headroom. Like I think this is this may be a 10 by 12. I think it's an 8 by 10. It's a kind of green on one side, brown on the other. I keep this. In fact, this has got some wear spots on it in different places where I keep it rolled up in my pack at all times. It goes with me in my poncho. But there's one way to do a tarp, quickie, quick shelter. And like I say, I don't have one of them fancy cell phones or anything. You guys just have to look on the camera. I'm sure it's done in 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Like I say, I'll hook this one onto the 5-minute fire, and I think I actually made a faster fire in my flint and steel video where we were down along the marina there, and I was showing a demonstration with flint and steel. I'd lit the fire, turned around, was showing the demonstration on camera, and noticing my leg was getting warm, and when I started editing the video, I noticed that fire was getting big behind me, and all I did was throw stuff on, got it ready. But anyway, this will show you guys how to set up a real quick tarp. This ain't the ideal spot, of course, and the way I've got it, I just picked a tree and throwed it on there. But it will definitely keep you dry, and that's the main thing, staying dry so that you don't, even in summertime, if the temperatures drop around 60, 50 degrees, you get soaking wet and the cool wind comes through. If you don't have something to put on or whatever, it can get serious. You can be hypothermic in that situation. It don't take freezing weather for you to go into hypothermia. It takes a cool enough weather with you being wet and a breeze. It'll do the same thing. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all your support and views and comments, especially comments. Some of you guys leave some pretty good comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.